About 620 years ago, in 1395, right after the founding of Joseon Dynasty. It was built as a place for rituals for dead kings and queens. Widdae Moon Gate Outer Gate. This gate is the main entrance to Jongmyo Shrine of the Joseon Dynasty. Traditionally, the gate remains shut at ordinary times but opens when an ancestral rite is held. Samdo, 3 paths. Of the 3, the middle way is called Shinro Sacred Path, designed to guide the spirits from the main entrance of Jongmyo Shrine to Jeongjeon Hall, where the rite took place. The 2 sideways, used by the king east side, and the heir apparent west side, and at Aeshir Chamber King's Lodge where they stayed during the event. Mungmuro Pavilion. This pavilion-style building was used by Joseon kings when expressing personal grief over the death of their ancestors on the day before the ancestral rites were held. Yeongnyeongjeon Hall Great Incense Hall. This building is a storehouse used for the storage of various ceremonial articles used for royal ancestral memorial rites, including incense, tributary writings, and silk. On Memorial Day, it was also used as a waiting room for officials presiding over and officiating the royal ancestral rites. Aeshir Chamber King's Lodge. The building is where the king prepares for the memorial service. The north building is where the king stays, and the east building is the crown prince's room. The western building is the king's bathroom, where the king takes a bath before memorial services. From the entrance of Jongmyo, the Samdo 3 paths is connected and continue to the Jeongjeon Hall main hall, the Yeongnyeongjeon Hall. The king was never supposed to step on the ground during his stay. Jeonsacheong Office. This building is for preparing food for the ancestral services at Jongmyo Shrine. It was built in a square shape with a courtyard in the middle. Daejeong Water Well. This well was used to draw the water required for the preparation of food offerings to the royal ancestral spirits. It's adjacent to Jeonsacheong and surrounded by a wall on 4 sides for protection. It is said that the water never dry and very cold even in a drought. It's still full of water. Jongmyo Shrine was originally connected to Cheonggyong Palace, but the Japanese colonial rule in 1932 built a road to cut it off intentionally. Restoration work has been carried out since 2010 and completed in July 2022. When I was young, I didn't even know the both was connected, because it was always divided by heavy traffic road. Jongmyo Shrine is a place to offer Confucian rituals to ancestors of the Joseon Dynasty. It was first built in September 1395 and was burned down during the Japanese invasion of Korea in 1592. It was rebuilt after Gong Haegun ascended to the throne in 1608. Yeongnyeongjeon Hall. I regretted my visit because the Jeongjeon Hall male hall was closed due to extensive renovations. But upon seeing Yeongnyeongjeon Hall, I could come to realize it's as beautiful as the Jeongjeon Hall. The size of entire Yeongnyeongjeon Hall is slightly smaller than the Jeongjeon, but the majestic composition of the space itself is the same as the Jeongjeon Hall. Even now, the ritual is held on the first Sunday of May every year. And many people come to see it. It was called Jongmyo Daeje because the scale of the ancestral rites during the Joseon Dynasty was the biggest and the most important. Jongmyo Jereak, which was performed during Jongmyo Jere, is the essence of Korean culture. In 2008, it is listed as a UNESCO Intangible Heritage of Humanity. Jeongjeon Hall Main Hall. I finally reached Jeongjeon Main Hall, but unfortunately, renovations are being carried out and it's closed. It is the most magnificent and the longest wooden building, 101 meters, in the world. It was rebuilt in 1608 but burned down during the Japanese invasion of Korea in 1592. Through several repairs, it has now become a 19-room building. There are 19 kings and 30 queens. Spiritual tablets were enshrined. It's almost a miracle to build such a solemn space with architecture. Throw yourself in the emptiness of the Jongmyo Shrine here early in the morning. And listen, the sounds of clear souls coming from deep inside of you. Song Hyo-sung, architect. You can't find such a quiet space anywhere in the world. You should be grateful that you have a building like this. Frank Gehry, architect. I would like to visit again in the early morning on a very cold winter day. Majestic, serene, and beautiful, Jeongjeon. I strongly recommend you to come to Jongmyo Shrine with the newly restored Jeongjeon Palace Road.